bit of white spirit, clear silicone, sort of, you know, builder's bathroom type sealant, something to mix it in, and a brush to apply it with, a bit of kitchen roll, and that's you. That's all you need, and a dry day. Just using some all-purpose sealant to do some seam sealing. So I'm going to drop a bit of the silicone into there, as you can see, and then I'll be using some of this, mix a little bit of this to the right consistency, and hopefully it'll do the job. Just got a paintbrush for an old painting by numbers type brush. This still looks quite, yeah, it's still quite thick, so we'll put a little, so you don't overkill it. And then let's give it a good old stir. Yeah, that's still a bit too, sort of like, if you can see that, still a bit too, it wants to be a little bit more runny. Yeah, apologies, somebody's got the lawnmower next door by the sounds. As soon as I do anything in the garden, as usual. So this is getting, it's getting there now, maybe just a little bit more. Alright, I think, yep, I think we're there. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's liquidy. So now I can apply it to the tent. Right, as you can see, I'm going to do these little bits here, and then I'll do down the seams here. Just paint. And then down there like that. But what you've got to do is, and I'll do that bit there. It's quite thick, I think, still, that sort. Straight away. So that there is a test. I still think it's still a little bit too thick, so I will add a little bit more white spirit. So as you can see in the sun, it's more or less dried off already. So we need to do rest all these seams down here. Alright, so we're just going to do down this seam. In fact, I'll do it in the guttering as well, and I can just wipe it off straight away. That's what you've got to do, you've got to wipe it off straight away. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do this top one now. And across this side. And then wipe it off. So you can see that I've placed it down this side. It's all drying up in the sunshine. I've got a few dodgy threads on here, this is why I mean, apparently it's all been done, but there was a couple of times last year I was a bit dubious with it, but never really let in water. But this will doubly protect it. And then give it a good wipe into the so I'm just going to give this little the crown another going of it. This is the point where it's stretched the most on the pole, so definitely needs a good working. Just leave it to dry. So as you can see, it's all done, just little bits of tissue, kitchen roll, it's all dried in nicely. On here, it's still drying in, slightly different colour, still drying. But yeah, and this side I've just done, it's in the shade this side, so I haven't done any of these bits because it'll just drip off of here, it's just a vent. Right down, and obviously where the poles are, it's all done around here. So I give this a good hour and it'll all be dried in. Alright, we're all done. It's all drying in nicely. This bit I've done, I've concentrated quite a bit on that, but the rest of it, as you can see, drying in nicely around the back. I didn't do these ones, this will just run off here, and up here, right down the back, down there, obviously down these joints here. Everything's still drying in nicely, and if you look in here, I've still got quite a bit left, but you don't get long and it starts to go off, and I say there's just bits of fluff on there, that'll all rub off. But yeah, no staining, fairly easy to do. Bit of builder's silicone and white spirit, thinned down. So that's it. How to seam seal a tent, takes about 15 minutes. Very straightforward. And as you can see, there's no staining, as long as you wipe it off straight away. Ready for when we're allowed out. Thanks for watching.